my Big Wagh list. Let's have a look. But first, of course, thanks to all my patrons, Wybarian for the channel art, and Baron Dice for supporting the channel. Wow. So here's the list. Actually, here's the list. Whoa, that's not good. So the list is, we're playing Big Wagh. Yep, we're taking Intercept and Recover and Master the Paths, because you'll see why here in a sec. Our General's Regiment is Kragnos, the End of Empires, with 4 MSU units of Gore-Gruntas. You could take 2 of these and combine them together if you wanted to, but I don't really see a reason to. Then our next regiment is Scourge of Gyran, Killboss on Great Gnashtooth with Da Sneaky Slab, and a Proper Sneak. A Proper Sneak is, of course, our rule that gives us a 5-up ward wholly within 12. So the reason that I like this on the Gnashtooth is because it actually, the Gnashtooth is actually able to keep up with the pigs. So if there's something that's particularly killy, we can bring up the Gnashtooth behind, or even use some teleport shenanigans and have it be within range so that we can actually, you know, use it effectively. That was something that was always tricky. And then a Beast Skewer Killbow and 2 reinforced units of whatever they're called, Bolt Boys. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just taking the best parts out of Ironjaws, I think, right now, and the best parts out of Cruel Boys that I think right now, and just throwing them onto a table. So of course we do, you know, our battle traits. We all kind of know our battle traits. Possessed by the power of the Wagh, we're just going to pick a unit of Bolt Boys to be the Cruel Boy one, whatever unit we think is going to be the best shooter. We could also take the Killbow here, and all we're doing is we're crit auto wounding on 5s. That's all we're doing. It's not going to be crazy, but you know, it's not, I don't feel like we're missing out all that much by not having Cruel Boys infantry here. We could take out some Bolt Boys and put in monster killers, but we are exactly at 2,000 points, so I don't really feel like that's good. I just like having lots of shooting to help with the our battle tactics, right? Just to be able to reach out and kill things with treasures. I'm finding it incredibly effective. Yep, so I'm a big fan of that. What else is sort of important here according to the rules? Not really all that much, right? Whatever we're charging in with the pigs gets +1 to charge from the power of the Wagh. Yeah. The Sneaky Slab is actually pretty good on the kill boss. Actually, we're not at 2,000 points. We're at 1960. But just it's actually pretty good because we're pretty survivable. So bouncing back mortals is pretty good, right? If we take, because we should be able to take lots of damage. The Gnashtooth is actually one of the most survivable units that we have. It's like the effective HP, the effective health that the Gnashtooth has is 30, which is a lot, right? Kragnos has the most, but the Gnashtooth is as survivable as 10 Gut-Rippas, just because he has a much better saving on a 3-up. And even if we just look at like the effectiveness, like how survivable they are, the effective health they have per 100 points, the Gnashtooth is still ranked really close to the top. The Gut-Rippas are the top with 20. The Monster Killers are next at 19.1. And then right after that is the Gnashtooth at 18.75 effective health per 100 points. If you would like access to these spreadsheets, they are available for patrons. So $2 a month. Also, you get to join the TTS leagues before everybody else and get access to some better leagues. So that's interesting to you. Check it out in the link below. But yeah, Gnashtooth is pretty survivable. So being able to, like, he's gonna make a lot of saves. So he's gonna bounce back quite a bit of mortals. And then we're not really all that concerned about the spell lore. We're not really concerned about the other heroic traits, right? All that we really care about here is just the 5-up ward. It's the only one. I think that's really good. It can also help us maybe survive some shooting if our friends, if our opponents decide that they want to throw some mortal wounds or throw some shooting at our Bolt Boys. But the game plan here is going to be to sort of throw in our pigs and then just shoot, right? Just like march up the table with our shooting and just shoot. If you want to, you can also swap out the Nash 2 for a Break a Boss. There is extra points left over, so you can make this happen. I personally am gonna like the Scourge Guy ran Nash 2, like I said, for the mobility to help with that 5-up board, but also just because he's really good. Just like everything about what he's doing is cool. He can also just sort of use the 5-up board all by himself. He can put himself into some kind of prickly situations. I was playing a game against Korn yesterday, and I was trying to kill the Slaughter Priest, and I would put the Nashtooth outside of 9 of the Slaughter Priest in his little altar, and it's a risky charge, right? A 9-up, but I knew that if I made it, I would like grab that hero and drag it away, and I knew that my opponent would be committing units to trying to pin down my Nashtooth. And I think the first time I failed, I used a CP and I also failed, and then my opponent was able to get on top of the Nashtooth. So it would have been nice if I could have just been like, okay, like I'll just pop a 5-up ward here, and it lets me be a little bit riskier with the Nashtooth. Because, yeah, like keeping him busy in his backline, and then if I do happen to make that 9-inch charge and grab the Slaughter Priest or whatever little infantry hero is there, I'm gonna be able to roll that 2d6 and most likely get away, at least for that turn, to do some killing. So a 5-up board just on him, I think, is legitimate all by itself. Yep. So yeah, I think it's a pretty interesting list, and I would happily play it. As these pigs die, right? Is it the only destruction army that has any recursion at all? No, that's not true. Gloomspike Gits obviously have the Bad Moon, or the Loon Shrine rather. So it's definitely one of the only recursion armies that you can get in destruction. So just like, yep, I think that's why going the individual 3 pigs is probably better. You're just gonna like throw 2 sets of pigs in with Kragnos, take the middle, and then yeah, I mean, you're an aggressive 2-drop list. You could do a Tune to Gairan, right? That's one you could do. You could do Master the Paths. That's probably the one that I would take, and Intercept and Recover. You could take Restless Energy if you wanted to, but I think the other ones are better. I mean, really what you're doing, I'm not sure if you saw my video that I did recently talking about like my take on battle tactics. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. But I feel like this is kind of the best of both worlds. It's like we're being super aggressive, but we're also really heavy on shooting. The best that you could do besides this is do like the Grix Cruel Shot. But I mean, if you're interested in Big Wagh and you like Big Wagh, I would definitely recommend giving this list a try. And let me know in the comments below how it goes. Like, subscribe. Wah.